Hi everyone, so I want to show you this card. This is a 6x6 double-winged gatefold card, and it's one that I did in my live stream, but I did a 5x7 in the live stream. So this is the 6x6 version. There will be a tutorial coming for the 5x7 version, and it'll be coming at some point soon, so just hold on for that one. So this is the card. You've got like a little flappy bit at the front here, and then the whole thing opens up like this. You've got two little flappy bits either side, and then you've got a nice big greeting. And it stands up really nicely. It's quite a weighty card. If you use too thick a paper and card, which I did, then it ends up very chunky, so just be careful of that. The papers that I used for this card is a pad that I got from DRK Crafts. They've got a brand called Love to Craft, and it was called Grace and Beauty. I do believe these are at the time of filming, these are still available on their website, and they're massively reduced. There's like a whole pack of them, of this and some other designs as well. So it's worth having a look and seeing what you can get on there. I know that these things are not going to be around forever, so just make sure if you do want to get this pad that you go over and get it now. But yeah, the mirror card that I used again was a Dovecraft mirrored holographic card. I think it came in the rainbow holographic pack, and then you got space on the back to write. So there you go. That is the oh, also the two dies I used. So both of these are in Love Art Shop. So if you use my code, it is still valid. My code is Iced Images. It'll be up on the screen, and that'll get you 20% off your order. But yeah, that is still valid as far as I'm aware. So go and check them out. But yeah, let's get into it. Two base pieces that are 6x12. You can use two 6x6 card blanks, which is what I've actually got here. Or if you haven't got that, then two pieces that are 6x12. And you're going to score them at 3 inches and at 6 inches. And you do it on both pieces. And then when you've done that, you're then just going to need two pieces of base card that are 2 inches by 4 inches, and you're going to score these at 2 inches. Okay, so then what we're going to do is take the card blanks, fold them in half like you would normally, and then you're just going to fold this front section back like that, so you're kind of making a Z fold card basically, so that's what you want. And you're going to repeat the same on the other piece. So you end up with two pieces that are Z folds. And then the two little 2x4s, just fold these in half. Okay, so you should end up with two little 2x2 card blanks essentially. So we're going to put those to one side, we'll come back to those later. So now we just need to go ahead and stick our card together. So if you get your two Z fold pieces and turn this one round, so it's facing the opposite way, and then what we're going to do is put one over the top of the other and stick them together like that. Now don't go using very thick card blank, like card base, because this one is actually a bit thicker than I really need it to be. But you don't want to go too thick, because otherwise you just end up with an awful wodge of card. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick this down. Now using wet glue is really useful, because I've actually, when I was setting this up, these two didn't quite meet in the middle, they kind of overlapped. So I kind of shimmied them out, which has meant that I've got a little bit of a gap here, but I don't really mind having a gap there. I'd rather than be meeting at the front and have a bit of a gap at the back. So at least with the wet glue, you can kind of shimmy them into place. So that's what you should end up with. So next what we're going to do is go ahead and decorate the inside. So for the inside you need one piece of mat that is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 and one piece of pattern that's 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. And this is going to go in the middle here. So next up you need in total 4 pieces of mat that are 2 3/4 by 5 3/4 and 4 pieces of pattern that are 2 1/2 by 5 1/2. I've gone for the same pattern for those two, and then I've gone for a different pattern for these two here. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick those down. Okay, so you should end up hopefully with that. So if we put this to one side for now, and we'll come back to that in a minute, you're going to also need 2 pieces of base card that are 4x4, And then you need 2 pieces of mat that are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 and 2 pieces of pattern that are 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick these onto these base pieces here. Right, so you should end up hopefully with that. So we're going to put these two to one side as well. So we bring in our little square card blanks, our little mini ones. What you want to do is turn one of them round, so it's the other way around, like that. So then when they go on your card, they both open out like opposite directions. If you want to have them the same direction, you can, but I quite like the look of them being this way. If you wanted to as well, you could have them opening that way around if you want to. But I quite like them opening this way around, I think. So I think we're going to go with that way. So once you've worked out which way round you want them to be, you can then cut out 6 mat pieces that are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 and 6 pattern pieces that are 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. And then we just need to go ahead and stick these down. So I'm going to put these 2 are going on the front, and then these are going on the inside. And I'm going to have the 2 swans there, and then these are going to go on the inside of the door. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick these down. So you should end up with 2 little card blanks that look like that, and obviously they've got little things on the inside. So now if we bring our main card back in again, and we take one of our panels, and we're just going to lay it over the top like this, and make sure it is more or less central. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a pencil, and just underneath here I'm just going to make a little mark around the outside of it, like this, just underneath, so you can't actually see it from the front, but obviously you'll be able to see in a minute so you can know where to glue. So we're going to go around like this, and the same on this other side as well. And then what we're going to do is take my glue, and it just means now I know where to stick this. I am actually going to put a bit of tape just down this side here, just because I don't want, because there's a bit of a bump and I don't want glue to go sort of seeping off down that bit there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there, and bit of tape there. I'm going to take the backing off for a second as well, and then we're just going to fill in the rest with glue. So I'm going to be very careful I don't go over the sides. Okay, so that's kind of in the right area, and then we need to bring our square back in, and we're only sticking on this right hand side for now. So I'm going to line it up on the left hand side and then bring it over to the right. Yep, and then just stick that down like that. Now having that tape there has really helped, because I don't have to worry about the fact, about whether there's glue has seeped over there and stuck it down. So that's actually really quite useful. So once we've done that, we're then going to go ahead and move this out of the way, move that out of the way, put that one in and put that one down on top. So this is now overlapped, but we've already got our registration marks, which is really cool. And as long as you've cut both of your pieces of card the same, so 4 by 4, you shouldn't have any problems with them matching up. So again, I'm just going to put a little bit of tape just on that edge, just so we don't end up with glue seeping down there, and then the rest I am going to glue. So again, in between these marks that I've done, just going to go ahead and add some glue, and then we take the other square piece and we do the same again. So we just line it up on here, and you also want to line it up on this side as well, so it literally just lines up with what's below. And then you stick it down like that, and then you should end up hopefully with 2 squares that are in line. So if you wanted to, you could stop it here and have a card just does this. And I have done something similar to this before, and I really like this kind of style. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put on the little card blanks. So I'm going to take the one that's folding out to the right, and that one is going to go here. And I am just going to glue it on the back. You can put, again, red tape strong, you want red tape or wet glue. So we're going to use a bit of wet glue there, and then we're going to take this, and this is going to go bang central in the middle of that 4x4 square, like that. And then we want to do the same on this side with this one, and obviously this is going to be opening up the opposite direction. Now I've just kind of eyed this up, but the thing is because you've got one on the other side, you can kind of put them together and just make sure that they are, you know, they are central. They're not, one's not higher than the other or whatever. So there we go. So that's that stuck down. So all we need to do now is work out what we put in the middle. Now I've already cut out some. I've got this die, which was a In Love Art Shop die, and it came with a flamingo, and so I've got that, which is like a tropical flower type arrangement. So I've got that one, so that's going to go there, and then I've got this one, it's going to go, I think possibly like that, and then I've got a happy birthday, which is going to go in the middle, which is also an In Love Arts. So I'm going to go ahead now and just stick these together, and I am going to use a bit of silicone glue. I don't want to use too much, but I am going to use a little bit of silicone glue just so that I can kind of get them to stick down, because obviously you've got a bit of wodge there with the flowers. Okay, so there we have our little happy birthday, and obviously it folds down like that, and it is quite thick. You see how chunky it is. It's quite a wodgy card. So as I said, make sure you use thinner card than I did. I think probably the thickest you want to go is probably about a 200 for the base, and then keep your mat and your patterns as like, I would say 100 up into about 140. You don't really want to go much more than that. And if you do that, it won't be quite so so bulky. But yeah, it's a really nice card, and then you've got space to write on the back here. If you wanted to, you could do something clever on the inside and make it so it folds up or something, so you have space to write there, or you could just write in the middle if you wanted to, or you could make it so maybe this was like a, you got space there to write maybe, I don't know. There's all different options really, there's different ways of doing it, but yeah, I quite like it like that, and I quite like the fact obviously you can just write on the back, it's just easy. So yeah, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and we'll see you again next time. Bye!